Hi, everybody. This is Lisa Keslar from Keslar Insurance, and I am thrilled to be here today again for Cheers for Charity New Hampshire. And I'm here, as always, with my wonderful friend JoAnn. Hey, JoAnn.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, hello, everyone. I'm JoAnn Burchuk. I'm with Lighthouse Physical Therapy, and we're very excited again for another great episode of our Cheers for Charity. Today we have Deanna from the Dover Adult Learning Center. So welcome, Deanna. Please introduce yourself, tell us your role, and tell us a little bit about your programs.
Hi, thanks so much, Lisa and JoAnn, for having me here. It's always a great opportunity to talk about what we do at the Dover Adult Learning Center because I think it's one of the best kept secrets in the state. We are the Adult Literacy Center for Stratford County, and so what we do is we help adults and youth really age 16 and up to gain whatever skills it is they need to move on to the next phase of their life. So we help people finish high school, a couple different ways to do that. High school equivalency and high school diploma. We help people learn English as a second language. Immigrants coming here to make a home in Dover or the surrounding area. We help people gain basic skills to advance on the job or to get a better job, to connect with training and post-secondary education. So that's our core mission, is to help adults gain those foundational skills to be successful in whatever comes next in their life.
Well, that's wonderful. And you have you talk about teaching people English, and it's interesting because I think a lot of us are unaware of just how many people move to this area that need to have those skills. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we serve a lot of immigrants, second language learners. Some have been here for a really long time and are just finally getting a chance to brush up their English. Maybe they, were raising a family. Some are brand new and they need to get those basic skills. Some are highly educated. They come because a spouse works at Liberty Mutual or UNH, and they are here with their spouse and their family. So lots of different languages spoken here. In most years, we serve about 250 English as a second language speakers, and they can speak up to 35, 40 different languages, come from almost as many different countries around the world. It's surprising to a lot of people that there are that many immigrants here, but for me, it's like it's a regular day to walk out and see people, from all these different countries, speaking different languages, wearing clothing that's unique or native to their country. So I forget that it's not everybody else's experience to be surrounded by such diversity and culture.
Oh, that's wonderful. No, so for somebody that would be interested in, say, finishing up their high school diploma, getting some other classes, how do they go about doing that? And then are there ways that help finance that, or is that all provided? How does that work
Well,
for
the best
somebody?
thing is that it's almost all free. Almost all of our programs are free. We receive federal and state funding, and our core literacy programs are required to be free. So we don't charge anything. So you want to come and learn math, you want to learn to write better, you want to prepare to pass a high school equivalency. All of our preparation classes are free. We have full-time counselors who do intake interviews, and so they talk to you about what your educational background is, what your strengths are, what your needs are, what supports you have, what barriers you have to participating in education, and they come up with an individualized learning plan. All of that is free. The only time you end up with an expense is when you actually get to the point where you want to actually take the official HiSET exam. That's the high school equivalency test that New Hampshire currently uses. There's a fee for that, but there are scholarships available. They're from our local Rotary Club. We also have scholarships from the former director of this adult learning center who went on to work at the state. There's a scholarship in her honor to help pay for high school equivalency testing fees. So money, it should never be an obstacle When you talk about getting your high school diploma, there is a small tuition associated with those. Those are credit-bearing classes that contribute toward a high school diploma. So you're actually taking classes, earning credit, getting a diploma that's issued by the local school board. But they're low cost. There's scholarships available. We do everything we can to screen people in, to make it affordable, to help them mitigate their barriers. Everybody gets an individual learning plan. That we have everything from in-person timed classes to asynchronous online to Zoom classes to hybrid, high flex. We even have individual tutorials. So you can we have a whole cadre of volunteer tutors throughout the entire county, every one of the 13 cities and towns. Volunteer tutors who can help with all of the things that we teach in class. When people can't get to class, they can meet at their local library or a coffee shop, one-to-one with a tutor who can help them work on whatever it is that they need to work on, whether it's conversation skills or high school equivalency preparation. So money should never be an obstacle. We're right on the bus routes in both Dover and Rochester. We offer childcare during the day. So we work really, really hard to help our adult learners to overcome whatever barriers they might be facing.
That's great. And well, that's good you mentioned. So you have 2 locations then. You're at the McConnell Center
Right.
in Dover, and then where are you in Rochester?
So we just moved into the community center in Rochester. We had been in First Parish Church for almost 15 years. And we just had the opportunity to move into the community center in Rochester, which is fabulous because we're co-located with the Bud Carlson Academy, which is the alternative school in Rochester, and in the community center right across the hall from DHHS. So like the advantages we have here in Dover of being in a community center where there are other social service agencies. In Dover, we have city welfare, the teen center, the rec department, the senior center, everybody in sort of one-stop shopping. We got the library over there, the courthouse over there, the city hall there. Now we sort of have the same setup in Rochester. So our partners are close by, and we share clients easily between each other. Now the Rochester residents will have the same benefit, and the Rochester School Department is really very supportive of our programming, and it's going to allow us to expand what we bring to the Rochester community in really great ways. So one thing I didn't mention is that in addition to our core foundational skills courses, which we receive federal funding for, we also run community enrichment programs. So that's just, a fun night out. You want to learn how to watercolor paint, or you want to learn how to take good pictures or make jewelry or can jellies. We'd offer all kinds of fun stuff like that too. And that's just, like an inexpensive date night, come out with your
Right.
partner,
Yeah.
learn something new from somebody else in the community, know something that you want to learn about. So we do that, and we haven't been able to do as much in Rochester. And so we're hoping that this will open up that opportunity as well.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that was actually one of my questions. I had taken one of the classes quite a few years ago, I guess, and I really enjoyed it, and haven't looked again at what's currently being offered, but the teacher was great, and it was a lot of fun. So it's another great opportunity for people that don't necessarily need their high school diploma or that, but some other enrichment class opportunities.
And I would be remiss if I didn't use this platform to solicit teachers for new and exciting courses. We're always trying to reinvigorate that program with new things. New classes this year we have navigating at sea, like reading charts, which I think is really cool. We've got a fashion design class. So we're always looking for new and exciting ideas. So if anybody out there has a talent that you'd like to share, you can submit a course proposal right on our website, and our enrichment coordinator reviews those every so often. And we put it out there. If people want to take it, they sign up. You get enough people, we run it. It's very easy, low key, flexible.
Now, are those all volunteer positions?
Nope, nope, those are paid positions. So the teacher tells us what they need to make. And if we think that we can price it in a way that the community can afford it, and it's within our range, we'll put it out there and see if people grab onto it. And people do volunteer. I mean, we have a Fengshui instructor who volunteers his time. We have a couple of teachers who do sort of a community service kind of a thing. And for that, we just, it's just usually a small registration fee, $5-10, just to cover our costs for marketing. We put out a catalog. Actually, we're sort of changing how we do that. A lot of people will know us by our catalog, but now more people are going to our website to find us. And so that actually allows us to add courses throughout the year, anytime, where we used to be sort of stuck with a fall and a winter catalog. Now, if someone calls us and says, I would really love to offer a course in a couple of weeks, we can just throw it on the website and people can sign up. So it's, technology is changing how we do things. And the pandemic kind of forced us to look at different ways of connecting people and getting the word out.
Well, it's a lot more cost effective to do it that way than publish a catalog and get those out there. Do you have a mailing list that people can sign up for so that they're aware of the different changes?
Absolutely. And we get emails, people sign up for classes, we get their emails, and then they can choose to go on our constant contact email list. So we've probably got 5,000 people that we send mailings out to pretty regularly, and growing all the time.
What are you finding are your biggest needs right now?
Transportation is always a challenge. The three big challenges in our area are childcare, housing, and transportation. And for people who are undereducated, low income, facing various barriers, they can be really hard hurdles to overcome. And so we actually are right in the midst of creating a volunteer driver program. So because we have so many students who they don't live on a bus route, or they're on a bus route, but the bus route, it doesn't match up with their kids' buses or their school schedules or our classes, or it would take them 2.5 hours to get here for their 2.5-hour class. So we're trying to recruit volunteer drivers. Anybody who's got insurance on their car and a valid driver's license, we'll pay for the gas. We'll give you a gas card. And if you can pick someone up and get them to class and then take them home again, we're giving it a try. It's something we've never done before, but that's a big challenge. We get some nice support from a couple of local banks to help buy bus tickets, so it doesn't cost anything for students who do rely on the bus. First Seacoast Bank is very helpful, and also Kennebunk Savings Bank has supported both bus tickets and taxi rides.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great. We've got some students in Rochester who would love to come to ESL classes, and so we just connected with Royal Taxi, and Kennebunk Savings Bank funded that, and so we're giving some students a ride. So that's a big need always.
I love that you guys are looking at the full picture, with the childcare and, what are all those barriers for people being able to get in there and complete their education and take advantage of that. So that is fantastic.
Well, it's a huge step for someone to come to us and say, I didn't finish high school, or I can't understand my boss. I need to learn more English. It's really hard for them to take that first step over the threshold. And so we do everything we can to make it as comfortable and welcoming and personalized as possible. It's kind of what we're known for. It's kind of what makes us successful. When we have graduation at the end of the year, we have students often, we do an essay contest. Students will write their story, and almost without fail, it's the relationships that they build here that made the difference. It's the one-to-one attention. It's the above and beyond help and support. It's the wraparound holistic help they get from the counseling department. We really, we call it like extreme support. Nobody should ever, have any barrier get in the way. We partner with a lot of the social service agencies. So if they're not connected with community partners or with Voc Rehab, our counselors will help them get connected to get mental health support or financial support. If, we have people facing homelessness, and so we have a little tiny emergency fund, which is another thing we can always use some help for. So if a counselor, somebody needs groceries to get through the weekend, or they have to leave an unsafe housing situation, they can get a hotel for the night or get a bus ticket to Boston where they have family. Those kind of situations arise. So it's really, really helpful to have a little bit of money available to say, we can get you through this little hurdle, because that can be, $30 can make a huge difference to somebody to put gas in their car or put some food in the fridge, get a ride somewhere safe. So those kind of things make a huge difference. And it all contributes to their educational success. Because when people are living in uncertain circumstances, the smallest thing can send them off kilter and make it really hard for them to get back on track.
Right. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you guys have a lot of that covered, and what a great support system for these people. If somebody's interested in, finding out about your programs and participating, or would like to volunteer, what's the best way for people to get a hold of you?
It's still an old-fashioned way of give us a call. Our number is on our website. It's 603-742-1030 in Dover. Call that number. It's been the same number for probably 50 years. We just celebrated our 50-year anniversary. And it's really the best way, because there's so many different ways we can help. It's impossible to sum it up easily. We will make sure that whoever calls here gets connected to the right staff person, the right location. We make an appointment and we talk to people. We do have an online intake form and an application form, but that's only after you've had a conversation, so that you get to the right place. We try and keep it face-to-face, personal interactions. You can go and sign up for an enrichment class on our website. That's easy. We can take payment. You can see everything we offer there. But for folks who are maybe in a slightly less stable position and may need a little bit more support, it's personal. Give us a call.
Yeah. What is your website then?
It is www.doveradultlearning.org. There's also a statewide website that has other locations around the state. So we're part of a system of adult education around the state, and that's nhadulted.org. And so if someone lives closer to maybe a program in Exeter, there's one there. There's one in Wakefield. They're all over the state.
Great. Yeah. That is good to know. Wonderful.
Very cool.
Well, this was such a pleasure having you here today. Lisa, did you have anything else
I just am so thrilled that you guys do this. I learned so much today just from this conversation. I had no idea. I'm going to be scouring the website for these enrichment classes and see what cool things you got going on. And I'm just grateful that you're providing the service in our community. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for this opportunity to talk about it. It's really it's a great thing that you guys are doing for all of the nonprofits in the state.
We're having a
really
blast.
Important that people know that we're here to help them, and it's easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
way we can help?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Deanna.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.